Hey Fig Fam, let's check out how the air layers did on my Figo Preto tree. To the greenhouse. So I cut them off early because I wanted to see what the roots look like before we had our cold spell tomorrow when it's supposed to get down to 36. And I don't want the plant to be stressed at all with those low temperatures and stop producing roots. I snipped them off of the branch. Let's go to the clip, what they looked like earlier. Here, I'm doing an air layer here. I'm gonna post a video about these. We'll see how they do over the next 6 weeks. Now, back to here. I have 1, 2, 3, and I have them air layered with coconut coir and perlite. That's it. A nice porous medium. That's a preventative of rot and can hold moisture at the same time. The delicate balance. All right, let's cut them open. Let's see how the tree did. Pop her open. Wow. Some nice root formation there. And that's my smallest one thus far. All right, I am going to put her into some potting mix in a 1 gallon pot. And we'll go from there, 1 for 1. The second cutting I just opened, and it's not so much, way slower out the gate, despite it being a cutting that's almost twice the size. Just a little bit of root development. So, interesting result. As a professional, fortunately, I think it's enough for me to pot up and recover this, but it might be an overwintering carrying project. So on to the third largest piece. And what do you guys think? Lots of roots? Very few roots? You think it'll be no roots, or you think it'll be a ton of roots? Let's find out. Largest piece yet. Take a look. Now this medium is wet as well. This one was wet, and this was on the drier side. So that may be why we have less roots, but it looks like we have some roots here. We do, we have a little bit of root development like the others. Right here at the base where it was scored. And you can see all of these little buds. That is the basis for root development, those little base roots. It sends out of these initial tracker roots, and then after those initial tracker roots, then they put out secondary roots, and those will in fact be able to feed the fig tree itself. So interesting turn of events. We have 3, all have some form of roots, but this one clearly did the best. My initial judgment as to why that happened is because these mediums are much wetter, so it may have caused some sort of rot that slowed down the process of root development or inhibited the process of root development, where this one was drier, therefore was able to develop more roots. You know, it's a Goldilocks zone. When rooting cuttings, it's a Goldilocks zone. Finding the right amount of warmth, finding the right amount of moisture, and the right amount of airflow. Those 3 pieces. Fortunately, it looks like they're on their way, despite having small quantities of roots. So I am going to up-pot all of these from my Figo Preto tree. So your 3 aspects, right? Warmth. You want a warm environment for your roots to develop on the tree, which is probably over that 55, 65 degree marker. 2, you want nice airflow through your soil, so a porous medium. Usually coconut coir, perlite, soil conditioner will do that. And then 3 is moisture control. You want it wet, but not too damp, because it'll cause rot and inhibit root growth and production. So with those 3 pieces in mind, you can be successful rooting cuttings, whether it's an air layer or in cups like this. As you can see here, you're getting some root development, moisture control on top of cuttings as well, and moisture control below with coconut coir and perlite. Once you have roots, then we can look into a good potting mix that'll give it nutrients. But I wanted to go over that with you, my air layer success, and I will post another video as well on this. So subscribe for more, stay tuned, and we'll put out more fig fall videos for you guys. Cheers.